Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. Today I want to do a short tutorial on how to construct a sleeveless lined bodice. Hi, I'm Tracy Ackerman, the designer and creator at KeLibu. I make patterns, costumes, and accessories for 14 to 20 inch dolls. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you always know when I post new content. When I first started sewing, I had a hard time picturing in my head all the different steps that I needed to do in order to properly finish the neckline and the arm's eyes of a sleeveless lined garment. Now that I'm a pattern designer, I sometimes struggle with how to show pictures of that in my patterns to make it easily understandable for people. So today I thought I'd do a video and show you guys the construction steps in case you were struggling too. I'm going to be using my Maury Girl ruffled dress bodice as the test garment so you can see the steps that you go through in order to nicely finish the neckline and the arm's eyes and still have it lined. Let's get creating. Start by laying the lining on the bodice piece right sides together. Pin the lining and the main fabric together along the neckline. Depending on the pattern directions, you may also need to pin the center back edges. Next, pin the lining to the bodice along the arm's eyes. Stitch center backs, neckline, and arm's eyes. Using pinking shears or a pinking rotary blade, trim the seam allowances, taking care not to cut the seams. If the pattern called for stitching center backs, clip the corners. If you do not have pinking shears, you can clip the seams with a sharp pair of scissors and then trim them down to about 1/8 of an inch. Next, we need to turn the bodice right side out through the shoulders. I like to use a bodkin to do this. Insert the bodkin through the shoulder, clamp a corner of the bodice or lining, and pull it through. Repeat on the other side. Once the bodice is turned, I use a blunt clay tool to push the corners out. Once that's done, press your bodice. Now we attach the side seams by bringing A to B on each side. Open up the arm's eye seams and match the stitch lines. Pin main to main and lining to lining right sides together on both sides. Now we stitch the side seams where we've pinned. Once the side seams have been stitched, press the seams open and then press the bodice again. If you are making a shirt, the pattern will likely direct you to flip the bodice inside out so you can line up the bottom edges and stitch them closed. This bodice is for a dress and I will be finishing the bottom by serging it. Thanks for joining me today for this short video tutorial. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so and hit the notification bell so you always know when I post new content. Was this something that you guys had struggled with in the past? Did you find this video helpful? Please let me know in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, I'd love to hear about that as well. Thanks for watching, everyone.